The Gatorade Cup Series returns from the United Kingdom and heads to Wisconsin at Road America for left and right turn racing around this 4-mile road course. This is the Verizon 350. Jake Gowie, the 11, looking for just some triumph after a heartbreak at home. He's on pole here today in Wisconsin. Just outside starting second is the 42 of Code Luigi. Then third place it's Leon Campana, fourth place Riley Spurley-Tube, and right out the top five, Jonathan Rains in the 96 car. Then in sixth it's Brandon Beal, seventh place we have Michael Gregory, eighth place Nathan Green, and in ninth and 10th, a pair of teammates Bronson Minnick and Luke Brainey round out the top 10. Then we have John Smith, the double O, with the 14 of Levi Shones. Then there's Steve Morgan, the other Penske car, the 77 of Jonathan Buford, with Casey Nanico and Anthony Nez in the 48 car. Then there's Freddie Soto and Evan Hunter in the 6, along with Anthony Fox in the 88 and the 47 of Zachary Fitzwater Sr. Then there's Derek Hamill and William Bull in the 31, with Jeff Brett the 5 and the 98 of Tyler Fink. Then there's Trey Rainey and TJ Hanley. Back behind them, Kashawn Richardson and Carter Fries in the 34. Then we have Griffin Lynn and Diego Yepez, with Roman Fenway the points leader and Jade Jefferson the 78. Then we have Anson and Charles Bois and Scott Gregory the 07, with Brett Sierra and Riley Sampson the 19. Then there's Eli Bright and Marshall Burrell. Max Rossi comes in second in points, but he's starting back behind our points leader. Zachary DeLello beside him. And in the final round, Sebastian Kukulon and Jake Richardson running out the 42-car field for racing here at Road America, the Verizon 350. There's the starting lineup, and let's go on track side for the most famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines.
Crank it up. Daddy, how are you? You right up there? Where are you at? Yes, sir.
The 42-car field is rolling here at Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin for road racing once again, the Gatorade Cup Series. This time 4 miles in length this road course is. It's a long one, it's 14 laps long, and pit strategy will come into play like it always does at these road courses. Depending on where and when you pit will determine who gets the win at the end of this race. Go about 8 or 9 laps on fuel, so if you get into that fuel window, do you pit early, get the tires sooner, or do you pit later and try and come out with a slower or with a faster pit stop? 14 laps here at Road America. Jake Gowie, Code Luigi, 2 drivers low in points who desperately need this win. On the front row for the Verizon 350, some drivers up in points like Riley Spurgeon up inside the top 5. He came in third in the point standings. Coming up the hill to the green flag, Jake Gowie, Code Luigi will step on the gas, and we're green flag racing at Road America. Already wrecking at the back. We have cars spun sideways on the track. TJ Hanley won them in the 21. Caution flag is out lap 1. Racing back around. Jake Gowie got passed by Code Luigi, now trying to get it back. Riley Spurgeon gets the third. Brandon Beal fourth. Gowie looking for a bump on the 42 of Luigi. The 42 gets off the corner, gets away from the 11. That spin happened middle of the pack. There was a car sitting sideways on the track. The yellow flag had to come out as cars started to pile in. Now who leads them back to the caution flag? And how does this affect strategy? And normally we get yellows late here. This season a lot different. We got one right here in this first lap, so they're coming back around to the caution. The question will be, you know, can you save fuel under this yellow and stretch it a little bit longer than normal? Or is this not going to affect the strategy at all? This could be an interesting scenario right here. And this is actually going to hurt Luigi and Jake Gowie, as weird as that is to say, even though they're first and second. Now they're going to have to deal with the restart. They're already kind of clear the pack. As Spurgeon in third's kind of fading as Brandon Beal gets over the back in the 9. Beal's going to look for third here, coming back to the caution flag. His teammate Leon Campana looks on in the 44. Beal to P3. Spurgeon back to fourth. The battle for the lead to the caution flag. Jake Gowie's closed up onto Code Luigi. We know Gowie's just a bit faster in the 11 than the 42. He goes a little wide through that final corner, and Code Luigi's going to lead them back to our first yellow flag. Who's going to be second, 9 or 11? Up the hill, it's a drag race back to the start-finish line. Leader, or second place, is going to be Jake Gowie. Barely beat Beal back. And Campana got by Spurgeon, who fell back to 6th there on that last hill. So Code Luigi back to the caution flag in front as most of the field gets away without major damage. TJ Hanley was the one that spun around in the 21. Some 3 wide entering turn number 2, and Kashawn Richardson's going to make a move to the middle of the racetrack on TJ Hanley. Maybe gives the 21 a little bump right there up the track. He gets a little wide. Kashawn gets up into the 21 of Hanley, spins him down into the 1 of Yepez, spins the 1 around middle of the field. 21 also spinning. There's Kashawn hitting Yepez. Yepez drives away with some damage. Some also pile in like Jay Jefferson, who came in the top 5 on the points. Some others as well try to get through. Caution flag out. Maybe some debris on the racetrack as well as some cars make contact. And we're going to hold reset button for this race. A few cars spin around. The first caution flag here in the Verizon 350 at Road America. Luigi leads the back to our first yellow flag of the race. He's the race leader. We'll come back to the pit. If not, we'll come back to the green flag. Some interesting strategy here. Our race leaders are coming down pit road. I don't see anyone staying on the racetrack. My question is, why would you, like, I don't know if you can make it from here. I would stay out if I'm someone at the back, get that track position, try and leapfrog. Because these drivers probably can't take tires. I mean, they've done 1 green flag lap on the tires, so unless they think the heat cycles will affect it, but we'll see. Luigi into his pit stall. Jake Galloway hits his pit stall. Now that pit stall that Galloway's in, that's one of the more dangerous ones. If you don't turn out hard enough, you could hit that pit wall. So he's got to be very conscious of that and try and turn out as hard as he can. Pace car. Going by, Luigi leaves in front. Galloway's going to try and get out. Now we'll see if he can get up in line right here and not hit that pit wall. He did a great job. He lost a spot to Minnick. We wanted to make sure he didn't hit that pit wall. He did a great job at doing that. Galloway's going to lose some spots, but still has a clean race car intact. So Kohler to the 4-2 in pit road first and off pit road first. He leads back to the green flag in the Verizon 350. Some shuffling of the positions here at Road America as we get ready to go back green. No cars are out of this race, and currently leading it is the 42 of Colucci. Came in pit road first, came off first. Second place is now Brandon Beal. Jake Galloway falls back to 3rd. Bronson Minnick is now 4th, and Jonathan Raines is currently 5th. Michael Gregory comes out in 6th with John Smith in 7th. 8th place now Levi Schultz, 9th Anthony Hernandez, and running out the top 10 Freddie Soto. Riley Sprints all the way back here to about 14th or 15th on that pit stop. So it's been a bad last lap for him. He was up to 3rd, and now he's back outside the top 10. This driver, though, Colucci, not angry at all. He's going to lead us back to our first restart of the day with 11 laps to go in the Verizon 350 at Road America. These drivers stretching out their field are now pitting there. Up the hill, and Luigi has any chance to step on the gas right now. Come up. Back to racing at Road America. We're going to restart for Jake Galloway, looking low on Brandon Beal right there for 2nd. With a great jump by the 11 of Jake Galloway. Looking low on Beal to turn number 1. I don't know if he's there, though. He's got to get back up in line by the 9. He'll fall through. Brandon Beal now with the run to Luigi. He'll take it to the inside. Side by side. Beal to the inside. Luigi off into turn 2. The 9 in the 482, and the 9 takes it. Now Bronson Minnick moves to 3rd as Galloway goes wide. Galloway falling behind Jonathan Raines in the 96 as well. Move Raines to 4th and Galloway back to 5th. As Brandon Beal, the 9, leads the race. Luigi's trying to get back in that draft, though. 4-2 got off that corner a lot better than the 9, but the 12 also got off the corner really well. It's a dogfight further back in the pack. Luigi and Minnick looking to go side by side. The 12 looking for a run on the 42. The 9 pulls away a little right there. The 4-2 gets away from the 12. Let's go take a look on Riley Spruitube. There he is right now, 14th. Balance William Bloom for 13th. He takes that spot away. Looking to regain any ground he lost on the pit stops. He came in 3rd in the point standings. Max Rossi came in 2nd place back in this log jam, this mess of cars, just inside the top 30 with Brett Sear and some others battling hard back here. And our points are Roman Fenway and Andre Barrett back in the 41st position, just ahead of Kashawn Richardson. So Brandon Beal's going to try and lead his first laps of the day in the 9 car as he's out in front of the 42 of Colucci. Coming around to 10 to go this time by in the Verizon 350 at Road America. Bronson Minnick's hounding Luigi for a second. I think that 12's just a tick faster at this stage of the race. And I think Luigi might want to give it to him right here. See what he does. To the final corner. Brandon Beal threw it nicely. Luigi threw it nicely. Minnick messed it up a little right there. Went a little wide, so it Raines. And here comes Galloway to run up the hill. Jake Galloway looking for 4th on Raines. The 96 trying to fend him off. The 11 ducks to the inside. This is 4th and 5th, a battle side by side. Gowie's the one on the inside to turn 1. Reigns has the outside lane to turn number 1. And Jones and 6 with Gregory are watching this side-by-side battle, hoping that something happens. They get 2 for 1 right here. They are still side-by-side for that spot. Luigi gains on Beal, off into turn 2. Luigi went a little wide, though. Here comes Bronson Minnick, and Jones goes wide. Michael Gregory goes by him in the 33. Move Gowie to 4th now. He gets by Reigns, and there's battle for 2nd. Minnick looking at Luigi. The 42 is going to block him. Down this long straightaway. They're still trying to fight for 4th. Gowie finally will clear Jonathan Reigns as Michael Gregory joins in the 33. 3 cars break away. Gowie trying to get up there. Remember, he started on pole position. He has a fast race car. Reigns going back in the 11. Jonathan Reigns is not giving up. Looking on Jake Gowie for 4th again. Michael Gregory into him. Contact, the 33, the 96 rubbed. Battle for 5th. Getting a little heated. Reigns will keep it for now. Gregory falls back to 6th. Up front, Luigi gained back on Beal. He lost that time through turn 2, but he's getting it right back. That 4-2 faster once he gets to be in the tires. Beal goes a little wide through this corner. He's off into the grass a little right there. Same with Bronson Minnick. Luigi kept it on the pavement. Battle back here. Johnson trying to get by Levi Jones, but he's done clear him into the kink. Trouble for the 0-0. He's going to lose a ton of momentum. And he just did right there. Jones will keep 7th. John Smith will lose 8th as Fitzwater moves to 8th. Smith back to 9th. And how about Riley Spurgeon marches his way back up to 10th, showing that he has a top 5 race car if he has the track position to do it. That 28 was fast. And then we got to that yellow flag and lost a ton of spots on pit road for the lead again. Beal goes wide, Luigi to the inside. And the 42 will take it up the hill. Cole Luigi and Beal goes side by side. The 9 fighting back. Here comes Minnick with a run. He's going to go with the 42. He's going to push him at the stripe. Luigi led the lap by maybe the nose of his car. Too close to call. Minnick looking 3 wide in the 12. Thinks better and gets back in line. They stay side by side. The 42 and the 9 do. Minnick looking to shoot the middle, but stays behind the 42 for now. 3-car race for the lead. Luigi pushed clear. Does Minnick now have a move to the inside? Minnick looking, trying to look out of the line. Beal looking for a run to the left of Cole Luigi. Beal and Minnick side by side for a second. Look at Jake Gowie in the draft, closing in. That 11 is coming. Look at Beal still fighting hard to the inside of the 42. Gonna try and dive it off in here. Look at Jake Gowie on Bronson Minnick for 3rd. A big dive bomb move. Luigi gets away from Beal. Minnick gets away from Gowie. But the 11's closed in now. It's a 4-car battle at the front. And Gowie's still there. Still hounding that 12 car. And does Beal let Luigi get away now? That 42 looks really strong. Front 8 have gotten away. Riley Spurgeon is now 9th. 10th place now Freddie Soto. There may have been an issue on John Smith and the 0-0 because that's a huge gap. I don't see Smith at all. He actually fell off pace or something. He had to come down pit road. Something happened to the 0-0. It looks like he has some rear end damage. That he may have gotten spun or something because he was 9th at the start-finish line. So a tough break for John Smith here in the Verizon 350, running inside the top 10 for some issues that put him further back in last in the running order. Well, Reigns is closed in on Jake Gowie now. I thought Gowie was going to get up there and pressure those front 3, but Jonathan Reigns is closed back in for 4th. Gregory in 6th, Jones in 7th, it's Fitzwater in 8th. Those are 3 great NR drivers, 2 Gatorade Cup Series champions, and maybe the king of NR right here in a 3-way battle for 6th. Oh, Beal back to the inside of the 42 now. Trading this lead back and forth. Brandon Beal back to the front down the 9. He got a little loose on corner exit though and had to check up a little, and the 42 got a good run. I think he's going to clear him into turn 1. Kolovich a little saved right there because the 9 messed up the exit of that corner. He was to the inside. If he could get the power down, he would have had that spot. 9 a little wide. Minnick looking lower in the 12. Minnick lets him get away. Here comes Gowie. Looking for a run to the inside of the 12. Off to turn number 2. Bumps the 12. Hits him. Almost spun him. And the first 2 get away. Oh, look at Reigns now with the run. Michael Gregory as well. Reigns to the inside, Jake Gowie. Minnick breaks away. Where does Michael Gregory, the 33, go? As they battle side by side from him. Fitzwater looking to get by Levi Jones for a spot back there. That's for 7th. Fitzy will get to P7. Jones back to 8th. Gowie for 3rd on Minnick, trying to finally complete that pass. I think Jake's getting a little frustrated. He knows he has a really fast race car, top 2 race car for sure. But he has to find a way around this 12 a minute. I think it's just a tick slower than those front 2 at this stage. And really the only reason he's hung with those front 2 for a while is because they were battling hard for this race lead. I think Beal and Luigi are pretty equal race cars. They keep messing up that final corner, kind of giving it back, trading each other's blows. And Zigawa hanging tough to the inside Canada corner right there. There's 9th and 10th, Freddie Soto with Nanico in 11th. Hernandez up to 12th, Fink is 13th, 14th Luke Rainey, Jonathan Beeford 15th. Jeff Bryce currently 16th, Bullen 17th, Friesen 18th, Fox 19th, and Evan Hunter rounds out the top 20. Eli Bright is currently 21st, Morgan 22nd, 23rd for Ensign and Charles Watt, 24th Nathan Green, 25th for Derek Hamill. Back up to the fight for the lead. Again, Luigi wide. Can Beal get the power down this time? I don't know. I think that 14 got better exit again, and Luigi's going to keep that spot. Halfway in Road America. 7 laps to go. It's a log jam for 4th on back. Yeah, Jake Galloway. I think he's trying too hard at this point. Reigns to his inside. Here comes Jones pushing Fitzwater, who's going to make a 3 wide. Bonsai move to turn 1. It didn't work. Now it's going to put the 14 up high. Jones almost into Gregory. Beal wide from 2nd. He loses ground to the 42 right there. Fitzwater moves by Jones. They both move by Michael Gregory. Fitzwater to 6th. Here comes Riley Spurleytube and Freddie Soto into the mix. Spurleytube for 8th. Once again, that's a top 5 race car the 28th Spurleytube has. Does Soto look 3 wide? He's doing it. 3 wide. Who's going to give? I think Spurleytube might have to right here. 3rd in points. And he stayed 3 wide. Still 3. Spurleytube trying to keep it there. Gregory's going to clear the 28. Soto and Spurley rub. That's 9th and 10th. Soto into the grass. I don't think Riley was too happy. Look into the inside Gregory now. A big move. 33 cuts him off. 6 laps to go at the start-finish line. Intense battles inside the top 15 here at Road America. Spurleytube's still hounding Michael Gregory. Might turn him if he's not careful. I think Spurleytube's a little mad, just like Jake Galloway. He knows he has a really fast race car if he can get up there. He can try and contend. But he just gets stuck behind some people and can't really find a way to pass them. Right here is a good chance. Into this corner. It's a heavy braking zone. If he can pull out right there, just like Spurleytube did. It's a great passing zone. He'll do it. Can he complete it? He'll get by the 33. Lose Spurleytube 1 spot closer to the front. Luigi's pulled a gap on Brandon Beal. And Beal has to do a lot to close this in. 6 to go this time by. Minnick a distant 3rd. And then a logjam. 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Galloway leads it. Reigns right behind him in 5th. Fitzwater and Jones are 6th and 7th. Spurleytube Nate's going to try and get into that 4-car battle for a top 5. 6 laps remain. Back here for 10th. Tyler Fink and Freddie Soto side by side. Tyler Fink on some momentum, won at Daytona. Good in the points right now. Freddie Soto as well, looking for some points for the point standings. Up ahead, we had some drivers go wide. Jonathan Reigns. And here comes Fitzwater. Looking on Reigns for the top 5. Levi Jones goes beside Fitzwater for 6th. Slows the 47 down, and Reigns will keep 5th for now. But Jones has a run down for that spot. So Jones looks to the inside 3 wide. Jones will go inside of Reigns. Fitzwater gets back in line. That's 5th, 6th, and 7th. Fitzwater trying to shoot the middle of the 47. Reigns will keep 5th. Galloway hard in the gas off the corner, but spun the rear tires and couldn't go anywhere forward. What a great battle for 6th place right here. Fitzwater and Jones, and they're going to bring Spurleytube into this battle right here. That 28. Making a 3-car race for 6th now. As Fitzwater trying to keep it beneath Jones. Right here, if he can't complete that pass, though, Levi Jones got the advantage through the kink. That could be 6th place right there if Jones can get it. He's staying beside. He's going to get 6th right there off the corner. A great move out of the 14. And Fitzwater just ducked in line because he didn't want to lose the spot to Riley. 5 to go to the start-finish line. Hard-nosed racing here at Road America. Crazy battles. Back there, Soto steps on Gregory for 9th. Back to the front, Beal is closing on the 42, so Brandon just a little bit faster than the 42 at this stage in the race. 5 to go to the start-finish line. Luigi wide. Beal a little bit tighter, but still a little wide. The 42 not off the corner well at all. And here comes Brandon Beal for the lead up the hill. He has a good run up the hill. Brandon Beal and Luigi side by side. 5 to go in Road America. The 9's down there. Can he side draft him? And if these two get together, Bronson Mick is in third, waiting. Doesn't get much better than this side by side with 5 to go to road course. Luigi trying to clear him off. The 9 still fighting hard to the inside. Brandon Beal, Luigi, no one given an inch, no one gaining the advantage. The 9 will finally clear the 42 of Luigi. Brandon Beal back to the front, but here comes Minnick. As these two are fooling around side by side, shoulder down. Bronson Mick has a huge run coming down the straightaway. Luigi's not giving it up that easy. He's gonna get back by the 9, looking for a bump here. 42 now back behind the 9. Minnick's closing into a 3-car race for the lead at this stage in the race. Back there, Galloway a little sideways out the corner, and Jonathan Raines takes advantage for 4th. Cam Raines clear him. Back there, Soto balanced approach him to the 28's battle. Fade him back. Shows over the back of Raines for 5th. Beals pulled a gap on Luigi. 4 to go to the start-finish line. Who has the field to make it to the end, or do they have to pit one more time? Do all of them have to pit? Yeah, that's my question. They pitted after 1 lap, technically after 2 laps because they had to go a caution lap. So they got 2 more laps of fuel than normal. Could anyone have pushed it 12 laps on a tank of fuel is my question. Well, if someone's going to do it, we're going to find out who it is. Luigi a little bit better through that corner with the run now. To the inside of the 9. Looking there, trying to get there. Beal will get away. Luigi now fighting with Minnick for that spot. The 12 and the 42 go side by side. The 42 is going to clear him. And here come our racers down pit road. They don't have the field to make it. They can make it from here, though. Does anyone stretch another lap? That's the question. Do you stretch a lap? Everyone so far coming in. Not a single soul looking to stay on the racetrack. I'm shocked. I would assume that one person would have tried it. Not a single person decided to stay out an extra lap. All 42 cars except for Diego Yepez. All right. There's your strategy. So Yepez will be the only car to stay out with 4 laps to go. The one driver looking for some strategy moves. Look at this. The 42 beat them all off, even beat his teammate the 1 off. And now Luigi has a buffer. So Luigi off pit road in front. Brandon Beal comes off in 2nd, but behind Luigi's teammate, the 1 of Yepez, who has stayed out on the racetrack in some strategy play. 3rd place will be Bronson Minnick. Shones is leapfrogged up to 4th. Galloway is 5th. Raines down to 6th. Fitzwater 7th. 8th place. John Smith is not pitted. 8th is going to be Riley Spurley 2. Bolin up to 9th. And a battle for 10th is a 3-way battle. Jeff Bryce joined the battle for a top 10 spot. Where does he come from? Look at Anthony Fox battling Carter Friesen looking inside the top 15. Some insane flip-flop strategy here. Some drivers have fallen back and some have come to the front. How about Yepez, though? Staying out. He has not let his teammate, who has been one of the fastest all day, get away. Just shows what track position can do for a driver here at Road America. Yepez was so far back that it didn't work for him. He couldn't leapfrog ahead. All he's really done is just broken up this battle for the lead between the 42 and the 9. He's actually let his teammate get out a little bit farther ahead of the 9 of Beal. So it will be 3 to go at the start-finish line. Luigi has a decent gap over Brandon Beal, now one of the biggest we've seen all race for the driver of the 42. Yepez, his teammate, who is right now 2nd in line, has not yet made a pit stop in this green flag run. So he's going to need to do that before this race is over. Coming around to 3 to go. This is probably going to be the lap right here for he and John Smith to come down pit road. So the one of the doubles there have not yet pitted. This might finally be the time for Yepez and Smith to hit pit road. There it is. Yepez will yield to pit road. So he'll make his final pit stop for the day. Beal now has a ton of ground to make up on the 42 of Luigi. It has to be about a second or so. Even, I would say more than a second. About a second and a half, 2 seconds. Yeah, 2.27 seconds up to the 42 for the 9. That's a tough hill to climb in 3 laps. mean, you're talking about gaining 6, 7 tenths of a second. 7, 8 tenths of a second in 3 laps. You have to gain that much each lap. It's going to be hard, but we'll see if Beal can do it. Minnick in 3rd, Schoens in 4th, Galloway 5th. Jonathan Rain's currently in 6th, Fitzwater is 7th. John Smith has not yet pitted. He's currently going to be 8th. Spurley Tube is 9th, Bolin is 10th. Soto's currently 11th, Tyler Fick in 12th, Jeff Bryant 13th, Hernandez 14th, Buford 15th, Hunter will be 16th, Friesen 17th, Fox 18th, Gregory in 19th, and Eli Bright rounding up the top 20. Max Rossi leapfrogged up to 21st, so could be a good point there for the A3. 22nd for Luke Ray, so he's dropped ground in this pit stop. 23rd, Nanico. 24th for Brett Sierra. 25th, Zachary DeLello. And Antonin Charbot, 26th. Scott Gregory, 27th. Sampson in 28th. Yepez is now going to be 29th. Kukulon, 30th. Hanley, 31st. Campana, 32nd. Richardson, 33rd. Green, 34th. 35th. Trey Rainey. Steve Morgan in 36th. Burrow, 37th. There's Fenway, 38th position. He came as the points leader. Hamill, 39th. Jay Jefferson, 40th. 41st, Kashawn Richardson. 42nd, Griffin Lynn. So it's a 3-car race for a second as of now. If the 42 has any issues, it could be a 4-car race for the lead. We'll have to watch this final corner because sometimes Luigi messes this up and goes wide. That loses you some ground. He did a great job, though, getting down to the bottom that time. So did Beal. Minnick did not. Oh, Minnick got all kinds of loose through that corner. And Schoens is going to be looking for a podium right here, top 3. And side by side at the hill. How much did Beal close in that lap? He gained about 4 tenths of a second, 4.5 tenths, but you need to be more than that with 2 to go. A great battle for 3rd. Levi Schoens trying to be the highest he's been all day long. Minnick trying to protect that spot. I think Minnick's going to do it as well. He cleared that 14, so how about that? Minnick keeps 3rd. Can the 9 close on 42 anyway? Beal's been maybe just a smidge faster this whole race. Here's a good battle for 10th. For the top 10 spots. Jeff Bright, Bolin, and Fink. Here comes Hernandez and Buford as well. Bolin drops back behind Fink. 98 moves forward. It's for a top 10 spot. I think that 9 is faster than the 42. I don't know if he's enough faster, though. I mean, he's gained time. You can clearly see it, visually see it, that he's gained time on that 42 with Luigi. I just don't know if he's got enough to get up there unless he can get in the draft down these straightaways. And if that 42 maybe messes up looking in his mirror, the 9 just ran his fast lap of the race last lap. The 42 is about 4 tenths slower than that. 4.5 tenths. And the battle for 4th heating up. Jake Galloway and Levi Schoens. Galloway going at it. Start on pole, but has not led a lap here today. He's had a fast race car, though, and has just been stuck behind some drivers and not been able to come forward. For 4th, but this could be a bad entry into the kick right here. And he let up big time, and Schoens will get away in 4th, and hopefully doesn't lose momentum to lose 5th as well. So coming to the white flag, and the Verizon 350, Luigi and Brandon Beal have dominated this race. They've definitely led, I think, all the laps here today. They'll be 1st and 2nd coming around to the white flag. We'll take the white under the green flag conditions. We'll come back around no matter what. Luigi misses the bomb, and Beal does not. Here comes Beal to run off the final corner, coming up the hill to the white flag. All right, get that draft, get a run. We'll see what Beal can do here. Final lap at Road America's underway. Luigi leads, 4 miles to go. Beal just ran his fastest lap of the race. Luigi faltering in these final laps. They're side by side to turn 1 for the race lead. The 42 with the nice run off the top of turn 1. He clears the 9. Luigi out in front. Beal in 2nd. Beal overshoots turn 2. I think that's it. The 9's been running fast, but he just lost so much ground. He lost all the ground he just gained right there. He lost. Galloway moves around Schoens for 4th. But unless the 42 has some huge mishap, it's going to be his race to lose. Oh, Beal could have just stuck it into the bottom of turn 1 deeper. He could have a shot, but he couldn't do it. Couldn't make the car stick. Now, if Luigi starts backing up, trying not to overshoot these corners, maybe the 9 in aggressive mode could try and gain, but he's about a 2.5 back. Maybe even more. I mean, he would need this 42 to blow some corners big time. That final corner, we saw with that 42, that last lap, he blew it and he went really wide. If it happens again, can the 9 try and pounce? And if it happens worse, can the 9 get by? Luigi through Canada corner for the final time. He's won here before in the Target Series. He's dominated here before in the Gatorade Cup Series, but has never visited Victory Lane at this historic road course. Is today the day for Code? He has one win this season. Came back at ISM, the second duel. Brandon Beal rides in second, also has a victory this season, back in Las Vegas. Both these drivers, a second win can help their chase chances greatly. Luigi down the bottom of the race winners this season. Final corner for the 42. A big gap to the 9. He gets down to the bottom handily. Beal goes wide for a second. Can Bronson get to P2? Checkered flag is up for the 42 of Cole Luigi. He'll win at Road America. The Verizon 350 goes to the 42. But who will claim second? Will it be Minnick or Brandon Beal to the checkered flag? Brandon Beal keeps second over Minnick. Galloway and Jones round out the top 5. Fitzwater, a great 6th place for the 47. There's Reigns and Sprody coming across Soto and Fink and others flying to the start-finish line as Cole Luigi dominant here today. Start on the front row, gets by Jake Galloway in the first lap. Beal and Luigi had a great fight down to the end. Every lap those two were trading blows, but the 42 gets at the end with a mistake out of the 9 in the final lap. Let's go see the finishing results now after Road America. Here are the finishing results for the Verizon 350 at Road America. One caution flag which came on the first lap, and it came for 2 laps. 4 lead changes, 2 drivers out front here today in Road America, and those 2 drivers were Cole Luigi and Brandon Beal, who were 1-2 pretty much all day long. Luigi leads 12 of 14 laps en route to victory. Brandon Beal 2 laps led as he passed Cole Luigi 2 times and led 1 lap apiece each time. So those two finished 1-2. Beal with a shot in the last lap was side by side with the 42, but messed up the entry to turn 2, goes wide, and gives the 42 a huge gap that he could not recover from. Bronson made close to getting in second, but gets third. A great points day for him. Jake Galloway, 4th place from pole position. Just didn't get the start he needed to get by the 42 and others and get out in front and establish that track position. And Levi Schultz runs at the top 5 of the 14. Zachary Fitzwater Sr. in 6th, Jonathan Reigns 7th, Riley Sprotube up to 8th, he moves up to 2nd in the point standings, Freddie Soto 9th, and Tyler Fink the 98 rounds out the top 10. William Bowen gets 11th, Jeff Bright 12th, Anthony Nez in 13th, 14th Evan Hunter, and 15th for Jonathan Buford. 16th place to Carter Friesen, 17th Anthony Fox, 18th for Eli Bright. Max Rossi wasn't a pretty day in 19th, but it was enough to gain him the points. It's the first time we've had a points lead change in a long time, and Casey Neckel the 17 rounds out the top 20. 21st place to Michael Gregory. He faded late in the race. He was up inside the top 10, battling for a top 10, but fades to finish in 21st. Luke Rain, same story there in 22nd. Anson and Charles 23rd. 24th, Riley Sampson, and 25th for Scott Gregory. Zachary DeLello in 26th. Diego Yepes 27th. 28th, Sebastian Kukulan. TJ Lee in 29th. 30th, Liam Capana. John Smith 31st. 32nd, Jacob Richardson. And 33rd, we have Steve Morgan. 34th, Nathan Green. And 35th, Roman Fenway. Our points leader falls to 3rd in the point standings after a bad day. 36th, Jay Jefferson. 37th, Trey Rainey. 38th, Marshall Burrow. 39th, Derek Hamill. 40th, Kashawn Richardson. 41st, Griffin Lynn. And 42nd, Brent Sierra, the 99. Let's now go see the point standings after Road America. Here are the points, and oh my, it is getting close for some of these spots inside the top 10 or 4 wildcard spots. Max Rossi on top in points, an 18-point advantage over Riley Sprotube, who's up to 2nd. He's still completed every lap this season through 21 races. It's been extraordinary for Sprotube to do that. 3rd place in points now, Roman Fenway drops down 27 back. Eli Bright is now 4th in points with Tyler Fink up to 5th. Jay Jefferson is down to 6th and in the danger zone. 7th place, Jonathan Reigns, Griff Lynn 8th, Jonathan Buford 9th, and rounding out the top 10, it's Freddie Soto in the 82. Right now, our top 7 drivers in points all have race victories this season. Freddie Soto in 10th also has a victory, so 8 of our top 10 drivers have victories this season. The only ones who don't, Griffin Lynn and Jonathan Buford. 11th in points, 47 back of a top 10, Anthony Fox. Carter Friesen is currently 12th. 13th, John Smith. 14th, Anthony Charles Bois. 15th for Riley Sampson. 16th place, TJ Hanley. 17th, Scott Gregory. 18th, Anthony Nez. 19th, Kashawn Richardson. And Luke Rain, the 2 rounds up the top 20 in the point standings. 2 wildcard spots, Anthony Charles Bois, currently 14th in the points, has a wildcard spot by a single point over Riley Sampson. The other one goes to Scott Gregory because he has 2 wins, and he's 17th in the point standings. However, he's barely above the top 20, so he could fall out easily. In fact, a lot of these people could fall out easily. Anyone from, let's say, Fox on down could change positions just like that. From Fox to Luke Rainey, that's 11th to 20th in points. 33 points separate them. That is insane. One small mistake out of Fox to drop him below the top 20 next race. Just shows how close and competitive it is here this season in the Gatorade Cup Series. Liam Capana and Brandon Beal, 2 teammates, both 21st, 22nd, both with victories. Both need to be top 20. Bolin, same story there. He gained some good points here today with a decent finish. 24th in points, 2 victories. A top 20 in points could get him a wildcard spot, but he needs to be aggressive these next few races before the chase. Jeff Bright, Nathan Green, same story with them. 25th, 26th. They need wins or to get up there above some of those other one-time winners. How about Coluigi? Helped his chase chances today. His second win of the season moves him up to 30th in points. He's going to need to do a lot to get up inside the top 20. It's doable for the 42, but he needs to be perfect from here to the chase. Jake Gowie, he's going to need to be even more perfect. Down 34th in points, only 1 victory this season. He's going to need another victory or 2, and then needs to be up inside the top 20 in the points. It's going to be hard for Gowie and Luigi to do it. They're going to have to be perfect. It is doable, though, for both those drivers. Down the bottom of the points, Hamill, Yepes, and Sierra round out the points field. Race number 22 of the season is going to be our next crown jewel race of the season. We're going Charlotte Racing for the Pepsi 600. I will see you guys then.